Hey guys and girlies, JD Man here, doing an 18-month update on the 2017 Ford Super Duty Power Stroke Diesel. Last March, a year ago, I did a 6-month update. So I've been wanting to get this out to you. Today was a nice day, but I also dropped a hint of something new. So what else we got? It's not new, but we got the 2008 Toyota FJ Cruiser. Only had 57,000 miles on it when I bought it. As you can see, it's got all kinds of salt, road salt all over it right now. I put bigger tires and went up to the 285s, and a lift kit, 3-inch lift kit's in the works. Want to do that. So that's something I'll do some videos on, but right now we're going to focus on the Super Duty. As you can see, I've got my chrome door handles on, so I think that definitely helps it look a lot better. Needs to break that blue up a little bit. I'm still thinking about something on the bottom with like Nerf bars, or or something like that, and the stainless fender lips. But yeah, like I said, not really doing a whole lot to this truck because it's pretty much the way I like it, and I want to use it for towing, so I'm not going to be putting any lift kit on it or anything like that. So let's jump in the truck here, and so there's another look at the Toyota. Alright, okay, let's see what we got here. Yeah, I gotta just make sure my camera view is good here for you guys. Shelby's riding shotgun, aren't you? She likes to go for rides, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't like to stay at home by herself. But yeah, no complaints. Right now, like I said, on this, I just filled up not too long. I'm getting about, somebody had asked with me what kind of mileage I'm getting on a tank of fuel. I'm getting about 500 miles on a tank of fuel, and that's running up and down the mountain. It's 27 miles one way to work, so going down it does good. Coming up, that's kind of cancels it out. But let's see here, that I have an extended on this trip here. There's 6,600 miles, and I'm averaging 16.5 miles per gallon. Now that includes towing. I've towed a tractor a couple times, 10,000 pounds, plus the box trailer, and that box trailer kills a mile even with nothing in it. I mean, it's just the air. It'll knock it down between 12 and 13 miles per gallon while you're towing. I have no complaints with this truck, none whatsoever, other than the headlights. And and I still haven't got around to a cigarette lighter, power point that has 12 volts all the time. My Edge that I had and my Freestyles that we've got 12 volts all the time, and always have an old iPhone plugged in to play music through my iPod, and I've never had a problem with it killing the battery. So, but I don't know again if, let me see if we can, if I can show you guys the dash here. What's the display mode? There's the depth gauge. Well, y'all can see that. Depth level okay. Gives your tire pressure for each wheel. Digital speedometer. Gives your engine hours, engine idle hours, oil temperature, 100 degrees right now. Transmission temp 75. 156 miles empty. Okay. And towing, let's see. Trailer options. Trailer sway control. There's things there you can do with your trailer. Connection checklist, conventional fifth wheel gooseneck. Trailer status. No trailer, yeah, we're not hooked to anything. What else we got here? Off-road. There's your inclinometer. How much the steering wheel's turned. You saw that. That's pretty cool. 20 degrees. What else? That's it. Okay. Settings. Rear park aid. DT, distance to empty calibration, advanced settings. My key, vehicle display setup. So yeah, pretty cool. And you got your turbo, your boost gauge, fuel, temp, oil pressure. I like it. The radio there, really easy to read and operate. I've used the hands-free a few times. Really good. Sounds good. But I mainly use it for my music. I really don't listen to the radio. My iPod, I listen to it. Controls are pretty simple. The heat controls, simple there. And then down here it's got the integrated brake controller for the trailer built in. It works really good. Works as well as my Prodigy. And that's an inertia type brake controller. This is real smooth. I have no complaints on that. Four-wheel drive select switch. You pull out for the rear diff lock. That works really well. I like that. Down here you've got a USB port, another power port, and a little chubby hole there. Here I just have a little power bank with another USB chain pockets. There's underneath this center seat here, there's a place to put stuff too. And another thing I think is pretty slick. Check that out. It's like a hidden glove box. So that's, I keep all the papers in there, and then in the regular glove box. I think that's pretty slick. I don't know where I didn't even know that for months that it was there. That was pretty slick. And then the overhead, place for sunglasses, all your light controls there, mirrors, but they aren't lighted. This is an XLT. It's got down here, I don't know if you can see, but it's got adjustable foot pedals. And here's the light switch, fog lights over here. You can adjust the brightness on the gauges over there. It's got auto lamps, everything. I really like it. This is where for your traction control. This is for the engine brake, exhaust brake. Works really well when you're towing. I've tried that out. But it helps. I ain't crazy about using them because I'm a transmission man by trade, and to me brakes are a lot cheaper and easier to replace than what transmissions are. So, you know, I try not to use it if I don't have to. But I haven't really towed anything real heavy. You know, if you're towing 30,000 pounds or whatever these things can tow, you know, then I would definitely think about that. So let's just take a short ride here, and let's just see how she runs yet, which is fine. There's no rattles. And oh, I wanted to there was a recall for a bracket for a fuel line on the frame, and this did not need it because it was already there. This was an early truck, and I got a recall notice about the doors freezing, that you can't, the door locks freeze. And what they mean by freeze is cold weather freeze. There's moisture getting in to the cable assembly or the lock, and it'll freeze and you can't open the door. I've not had any problem with that because the truck is in the garage, except for when I drive it, you know, to work or whatever. And it's never below freezing in my shop, so I've never had a problem with that. I haven't heard any more. I need to see about what needs to be done. Whenever I talked to the dealership, they kind of didn't know what was going on with it yet, and that was a couple months ago. So I don't think they have any parts for it yet or whatever. But yeah, just somehow water's getting in there and freezing up, so it's not a corrosion thing or anything like that, so that's good. And also went through a whole winter, and I was really happy to see that the frame did not have any little red specks on it of rust. You know, this thing sees a lot of salt, and so far I'm happy with that. Happy to see that E-coat that they put on the frame looks to be working pretty good. So yeah, here it's still pretty dang quiet in here, and I'll give it, the engine's still cold. You know, a diesel, when they're cold, they're noisier. Once it's warmed up, you can't hear it. Like I said, I kind of missed that a little bit from the 7.3, but it's nice. Yeah, the fuel economy I wish was better, but yeah, there's guys say I'll put EGR delete kit and all that, delete that DPF and everything, and I don't want to get in. I have a 10-year, 100,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty, and this thing has enough power to do what I want. You know, my 02 had 525 foot-pound of torque, and I think it was like 275, somewhere around there, horsepower. I know it was less than 300 stock out of the box. You know, these are 925 torque and 440 horse, so stock. I'm happy with what I got. Because I think, boy, you'll be over, you do put a chip in, tuner and all that, you're going to be well over 1,000 pound-feet of torque, and that's when you start, to me, tearing things up. I don't know how these rear ends and transmissions would take that, because you know, if you have it, you're going to use it and you're going to abuse it. Because I know with that chip I had in the 7.3, I played around with it. It had a 150 horse setting, and that thing would rip, and boy, it'd blow the black smoke. But yeah, I get about 6,000 miles on 5 gallon of DEF, and of course, if you're towing, you're using more fuel, you're going to use more DEF. That's just how that goes. They play hand in hand. The ride has gotten a little bit better. I've got almost 15,000 miles on it. And I know there's going to be guys, you don't have hardly any miles on that. Well, fine, you know, but this is not my daily driver. You know, I have other vehicles I drive, and I take my, you know, this is an expensive vehicle, and I want to take care of it. And this I plan on this for lasting me a very long time, very long time. You know, I plan on this being my last truck, actually. I'm hoping. So, with the aluminum body and everything, and take care of it, I'm hoping I'm able to keep it for 20 plus years. Because my God, can you imagine what a truck like this will cost in 20 years? You know, my 02 was 48 new. Here, this is my old man owns up in here. My 02 was 48,000, and this thing was 58, and you put in all the taxes and crap, it's over 60. So $20,000 in 15 years. So in 15 years, put another 20. So this truck would be $80,000 in 15 years, probably 85 and 20. So no way, I won't do it. Yeah, it looks like a tree fell down here. This road in the wintertime is not taken care of. It's not plowed. It's just the township does take care of it in the summertime. It is a public road, but wintertime, nothing. Now, I tried doing a review here a few weeks ago, but for some reason the sound was turned off on the camera, and I come up here, there was about 6 inches of snow. Nobody had driven on this yet. It was nice. Who do we got here? This is where my old man's property begins. That's his gates there. Got 50 acres both sides of the road here. 50 acres of woods. I'm getting my truck all muddy. Two-wheel drive. Huh. Yeah, it's just another road there onto the property. But yeah, he owns both sides here. This is where he goes deer hunting. He comes up from Florida and parks his ass up there and tries to get a deer. He's a big hunter. Yeah, it's still, yeah, the ride, it's better. It's broken in a little bit, but still a little rough. But for, like I said, for what this truck can do, I'm not gonna knock it for that. And no rattles or anything like that. Nice and quiet after 15K. One thing I don't also, the tires. These Goodyear tires, you know, about 20,000 miles, I'll probably be able to get the still there. You know, these tires are half worn. It didn't, you know, they got good traction. Don't get me wrong there, and you know, they're the Goodyears. But Goodyear, they don't last. That's my problem. Yeah, they handle well. You know, wet roads they do really well. Stopping, they grip good for stopping and that, but they got good grip. But it's just a real soft compound, and they just don't last. 20,000 miles on a set of tires to me is not good, especially with how expensive Goodyears are. You know, and even my Mustang come with them Eagles, you know, my 87, and dry road, you know, traction hammering on it, they sucked. But yeah, they did handle good and brake well. But you know, I put BF Goodrich, the TAs on it, and it did a lot better. But yeah, I will not be buying another set of Goodyears unless, oh, that tree, we go to driving under that, to the junkyard and find some spare tires and some new trucks that haven't been used, and get a really good deal on them. That's what I like to do, because I hate buying tires. But I wonder what's going on here. Yeah, the Goodyear tires, I think I'd rather have Firestones. You know, my 02, the Firestones wore really well on it, and I like them better, and they're not as dang expensive as what these Goodyears are. These have the Kevlar in them too. This must have been our car that was sitting back there. Must have broke down. Probably wondering what's he doing with the camera, because I got the GoPro Sessions out there on the door handle too. Hopefully that's working. I can get you guys some suspension shots there over that rough road. So if that pans out, you'll be seeing that too. So, but that's it. I don't know what else to say about the truck. Like I said, I've not had any problems, and everything's working good. Suspension settled in a little bit. No rattles in the interior. That's a big nitpick of mine. I don't like suspension rattles. I don't like any noises coming from a vehicle. That's why I'll never put a snowplow on a truck that I drive. You know, I'd buy a piece of junk truck that doesn't see the road and put a snowplow on it if I ever did that, because snowplows just kill a vehicle. They kill the transmissions, they kill just everything. They turn into a rattle trap. Just because guys just go too hard with it. These light duty, these light duty trucks, I don't know. But and no issues yet with the aluminum body. No complaints there. And but I try not to park, in parking lots up around a bunch of people. I try to park away just so we don't get any dents and no dings. So there, twin churches they called that. You got church on this side, on both sides. They Mennonites have that one. They bought it, but yeah, had 2 twin churches there. And this old cemetery here, a lot of my ancestors are born there, going back to pre-Revolutionary War. That's how old that cemetery is. My grandmother's family on my mom's side, they've been here since the 1700s. So yeah, nice beautiful day here. Chilly out, 37 degrees, but hope you all enjoyed this, and be sure to check back on the Toyota if you're interested. Those FJ Cruisers, man, they go everywhere. I mean, that's one thing I do like about that. The 4-wheel drive system on that thing's unreal. Figured I'd try out Toyota. I just seen them things going by there one day, and I was like, I'm tired of my Edge. So, and Ford does not make a real 4-wheel drive SUV, and whatever I mean by real, with a frame underneath it. Okay, that's made for off-road. Short wheelbase. Just like that. FJ reminds me of my old 67 Bronco. And, that's what I want. The Explorer, that's not for going off-road. Sorry, it's got a unibody. I want something with a frame underneath it, a transfer case, the whole 9 yards. So hopefully they're saying in 2020 Ford's going to be bringing the Bronco back out. So I hope that happens, because if that does, the FJ will be getting traded in on that. And I'll tell you, those FJs are really holding their value. I mean, they're strong on the market. And that thing there, I take care of it because there's no rust. And like I said, it's got 60,000 miles on it now. But like in the summertime, I'm not going to be driving either of these very much. I'll be riding my bikes. So keep the miles down, take care of it, and enjoy it. But I'll talk more about that later. But yep. So be sure to check out my other videos. And I know there's a really good video on the Super Duty when I first got it. It says the full review. You look, it's a picture of the bed, the tailgate down. I put the truck up in the air and show you the frame and everything, because this frame is where a lot of the magic is at too. It's a fully boxed frame. It's almost 30 times, almost, it's in the 20s, 30 times more rigid than the previous frame. So, and that attributes to some of the lack of ride quality. But like I said, I can live with that. The seats are good, interior is good, and handles it. So yeah, check out my other videos. I did my 6-month review. Now this is 18 months, no issues. And I highly recommend you go on checking one of these things out. Ford has really got their act together on this truck, and which they should. They've been the leader in light truck sales, you know, for 40 years or better, and they hit a home run with this truck as far as I'm concerned. So thanks for watching. Take care, stay safe, peace. Hey, Shelby. There's Shelby riding shotgun. Huh. What's out there? What? No, no, no. What's that out there? Squirrel?